prison on 5 and 6 December 2024, and to make recommendations on how the issues that are emerging in the inquiry can be addressed. My name is still the same. I'm Justice Mavetsenke. I'm still serving in the capacity of chair of the commission, and let me invite the commissioners to introduce themselves for the record.
I'm still Malkia Vidal.
Still Victor.
And our secretary is still the same, Miss Chelsea Aubest, who I am going to ask to administer the oath, because even though you are appearing for the second time, but you still need to take oath each time you appear before us. So, Ms. Chelsea Aubest, please administer the oath so that we can take with the testimony from the witness. Thank you very much, Mr. Dakambra. So first, clarification again for the members of the public that follow the proceedings, because we take transparency, accountability, and fairness seriously, in the sense that we must not only be acting transparent, fair, and in an accountable manner, but we must also be seen to be doing that, and also to you as a witness. We always say to witnesses at the end of the hearing that if we take the view that we need to call you again after hearing other evidence, we may call you again, or we may ask you to submit written evidence in the form of an affidavit. I think in your case, we took the view that we must call you again. Thank you. So we took the view that we must call you again. And this is precisely because we want to give every witness and every person who is implicated an opportunity to respond. And that for us, that is the core element of fairness. Give every witness, every individual that is implicated, the opportunity to respond. And we apply that principle in at least two parts of our work before we have the report. So if we take the view that because of the evidence that we have received or taken, then we must give an individual an opportunity to come and respond, or after we have a draft report and we make adverse findings against anyone, so we have to give them an opportunity to respond again. So those are the two instances. So having clarified that, Mr. Dakambra, you still are bound by the rules that were binding you in the first hearing, but because the rules say so, I must repeat them. So the first one is for you to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. The second one is to conduct yourself with dignity and respect, including when you are referring to other people in your testimony. Today And the thirdly, to answer questions as they are asked to you. To the observers and the members of the media, I remind you again to refrain from acting in any way that may disrupt the hearing or interrupt the witness. That means you need to either switch off your phones completely, or you need to put them on complete silence. If you are going to move in and out of the room, please make sure that you close the door gently so that you don't disrupt or interrupt what is happening here. Okay, so let's get into the hearing and obtain your testimony, Mr. Takambra. Would you remind us, for purposes of the record, your position in the police at the time that the incident at Montagne Posee on 5 and 6 December happened?
Superintendent of Police, Head of Counterterrorism, Strofe QRT.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now, I think what we will do is we have called you because we have received a piece of evidence which we think is only fair that you must be given an opportunity to respond. So what we will do is, it's in the form of a video recording. So what we'll do is we'll play it, and then I think let's listen to it carefully. When I'm saying let's, I mean us, right? And then once we have listened to it, then we can discuss, because that is going to be the basis of our discussion this afternoon. So may you play it, Secretary?
Hey, let's go. My friend, you got stick. Beat this guy with a stick. Okay, in the head, in the skull. These are those who are not your family. Use this in the skull. In the skull, in the skull. Fuck them up. Okay? Yeah, not your family. They're your own family.
Okay. So I think that's the relevant part of the video. So maybe have you had everything else in the video? Okay.
You recognize yourself in that video?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe what I would, because you have appeared before us, and maybe before we go into the video, do you still stand by everything that you gave us in your last testimony? Okay.
Yeah.
But okay, this part you didn't give us.
Yeah.
But do you still stand by
Yeah, before, yes.
everything
Yes.
that you? Maybe let me finish asking the question so that you can answer it with a yes or no. Do you still stand by everything that you said in your last testimony before us?
Not all. Not all.
Okay.
Yes.
Before we go to the parts that you would like to change, would you like to change them because they are not correct, or Because of what?
Because when I heard the deputy commissioner was talking,
Which
Yeah.
deputy commissioner?
Francis Songwa,
Uh-huh.
yeah, there were some certain points that the information were not correct,
Information that you gave?
that he
or
gave,
is-
that he gave.
Okay. So, what I want to get clearly from you is the reason why you are saying some parts you won't maintain today, some parts of what you said in your last.
Yes, after hearing the other testimony.
Okay. So after hearing the other testimonies,
Yes.
including Mr. Sangwa's testimony,
Yeah.
do you take the view that you did not give us the truth in your last testimony? Yes or no? Just yes or no?
Some parts were missing.
Okay, so you take the view that
Yeah.
you skipped some parts.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So maybe now let me ask Commissioner Vidot to lead us in the questions with respect to that recording.
Mr. Jakamra, good morning.
Morning, sir.
In that recording, correct me if I'm wrong, you are instructing officers as to
Yes.
actions to be taken.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we've seen you on that video telling officers, en voyant l'aile aux autres, pointing at the top of the building.
At the roof, yes.
Yeah. So what was it that you wanted your officers to throw?
So it
over
was the shotgun when we were trying to put them inside. Some of them were trying to throw stones or whatever down on us. So I asked the officers to keep firing up, not in the prison, but up. I asked them to fire up in the air.
Okay, we'll go to the last time, the evidence that you gave.
Yeah.
And am I right also in saying in that video you are seen, or you are heard and seen telling, okay, your officers to move, Posee.
Yeah.
Okay. And as the officers are trying to move, you even said, hey, let's go. My friend, you've got a stick, beat them up with a stick in the head, in the skull. Listen, those ones are not your family. In the skull, fuck them up.
So I might say it without realizing I said it.
You said it,
Yes, I said it, yes.
and you said that in a manner that was aggressive. That like you were,
Yeah, under
you were
pressure.
telling these men
Yeah.
to go ahead and really beat up the officers, the
Inmates.
the
But
inmates.
nobody did it, sir.
We don't know. But this is instructions you
Yeah, but they
gave.
didn't do it because they talked to me afterwards. You were angry, sir.
Yeah.
You said they didn't do it. Nobody did it. But the shotgun, it was okay.
We will decide whether they did, because we have evidence of a lot of inmates that were beaten up,
Yeah.
even in the head, in the skull. And when you gave evidence, I believe, if I'm correct, you can correct me if I'm wrong, you even said that some officers did beat up the inmates.
Yes.
So that came as part of the instructions that you were giving.
No. I was only out. This was outside, not in the prison. When we were going up, there was some of them trying to block the way. Yes, I said it, but maybe I didn't realize what I was saying. But nothing happened. Even I said it.
No, but you were inciting officers.
I know the way I spoke.
Yeah, the way you spoke, inciting the officers to do it. And if you didn't go inside, like you said,
Yeah.
you cannot really tell whether they did it or not.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I was not there.
you were not there.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of evidence to show that this is what was done to the inmates. So, do you retract the evidence you gave earlier on that you didn't have that kind of participation in the?
So yes, I
riot?
did. Maybe I have this for this one. I'm not lying. Maybe I forget this part, but I didn't mention this part. But I asked you to go and check the camera. I remember this.
But You say you don't remember this part. This
Yeah.
was a very important part of the evidence that you gave of the incident, and because what you gave the commission the last time was that you tried to tell the officers to engage with the
Yes, sir.
inmates,
Yes.
to mediate with the inmates. That is not part of mediation.
No. But before we tried to engage, sir. We tried. Because I heard also those that came before. If you call a Sayolanda, before I did take I make a Sayolanda take the loud hailer to try and talk to them. I don't know if you see this part. There is this part. But this, I said it's yes, I admit I said it. But I told them I was not inside with them. I was still outside. I don't know who gave the last order, but I told them this.
And were you leading any group?
No, sir. I was not. This is the only part I was talking. I was not leading group.
Okay. But we received evidence. I'm sure you've seen on TV. I don't know whether you watch it, but a lot of evidence we received was that you were leading at least one team
So
into
I was
the
not
prison.
leading any group. The only thing I was doing, I'm telling you, I was with Sub-Inspector today. Again, I repeat, with that guy, Dogle. I was not leading any group. I was with the horse. This was the last time I was trying to put down the fire. I don't know if you see the video. But I was not leading, giving directives.
Okay. How do you respond to an allegation that says there were two teams? that
Three
were-
teams.
Yeah, let me just finish the allegation. It's a bit long. So the allegation is there were two teams that were established. Team 1 was referred to as Team Alpha. Its job was to break into the prison. Then Team 2 was Bravo. Its job was to provide backup where necessary. So Team 1 broke into the prison, and in the process of its work, inside, that is when a lot of inmates were beaten up. That's when the inmate who died was killed, and another one left the prison badly beaten. And this was Team 1's work. And Team 1 was led by you.
Sir, again I repeat, if you see the camera, I was not inside when the people were being beaten or died. I was not inside. I was in the briefing room when deputy was informed that one inmate passed away. Again, I repeat, I was not. It's allegation, but I was not inside.
How do you? So you. The challenge is this now. The impression you gave us, or rather, what you actually said in your initial testimony, is that your role was very limited. In fact, you said you went to the prison not because you were deployed by anyone, but you took the initiative as a trained officer to go and help, which I think is commendable. And then you said you advised, and your advice in particular was let's engage with the
Yes, I did say
with
first.
the inmates
Yes.
and allow temperatures to cool down whilst we are guarding the perimeter of the prison to make sure that no prisoner escapes. And you said your advice was not taken, and the only thing you then did was to help put out the fire.
fire.
All right. So if you confirm that that is what you said, that sounds very minimum involvement.
But I didn't go inside, sir. I can
Sorry.
tell you this.
Sorry, Mr. Dagambra. That sounds very minimum.
Yeah.
That sounds like you were not an active participant.
Yeah.
But that video shows that you were in
Giving
a
orders.
position of leadership. So would you want to clarify why you would forget such an important part of information in your evidence?
Sir, I didn't think of this because you told me about the dark guns. I didn't think of this. But now you show me. Because I told you to go and look back to the camera if there are more things. I told you this in here. Now you've shown me.
Can I just interrupt you right there, Mr. Because you keep saying, I told you as a commission to go and look at the camera. When the commission calls you
Yeah.
to come and give your evidence, right, it does not mean that we have no other ways of finding evidence. And it also does not mean that the only evidence we have is the one you have given us, right? And the other thing is you are not in any position to say to us, well, if you want that about me, go and find it there, right? It was your duty to give us all the information that is material. And when we go back to the transcript of your hearing, when you came to us for the first time, we kept asking you this question. Mr. Dakambra, give us a detailed account of your involvement in the role you played. And when you finished, we asked you this question. Is that all? You said it is all. And then when you, at the end of the testimony, like we always do with every witness, we said, is there anything else that you might want to share with us? Right? Then do you also recall that after that we said, if you think of anything or you remember anything that you may have left during your testimony, please write to us and request for audience to give that information. You did none of these things, Mr. Dakambra. It is us who then called you back. Right.
So, but I was going to write a reply because I spoke to Commissioner when I saw him. We met. I said, I think I need to come back and say, I don't know if he told you, but I didn't do it. I was waiting for you to call me.
We don't really consider what discussions that happen. What we have to deal with is what is officially submitted.
But I admit I see all those things.
Right. So, yeah, but the question that you are not answering is, why would you miss out such an important part of your involvement? Why? What is the reason? And by asking you that question, it's not that we are accusing you. We have no mandate to accuse anyone. We are asking you as a way of giving you an opportunity to respond to the evidence.
So, but there was also a lot of pressure because when the inquiry started, I don't mind him mentioning. There was a lot of pressure on me, to be frankly.
Okay. So it was because of pressure that you didn't respond.
We even gave you a hearing because after the public session, you asked for a private session, which we gave you.
But I didn't say that. Yeah.
You could have brought that out in private if, obviously, maybe you didn't want the relatives of inmates to hear that part of evidence. You could have given that in private.
But I asked to come off camera. You said I need to come here now. I did write on the paper.
So where I was heading to, and maybe you might also want to respond to that so that we benefit from your perspective, is so when a witness leaves certain parts that are so important, it may create an impression.
I was lying. Yeah.
No, let me finish. It may create an impression that there are some things that you are not proud of that you did.
Yes.
Right? And you are not free or willing to give that. Right? Are there other things, Mr. Dakambra, that you are not proud of, that you were involved in during this incident that you may want to share with us today? And I think I need you to consider that question carefully before you answer it, because if you consistently, once, twice, 3 times, and you don't, if you ask that question and you don't give the information, then you may then now create an impression that you are lying.
So, but inside, like I told you again, inside about the death of Mr. Max, I was not there, sir. From even the, whatever they said, the beating, whatever, of Mr. Nista, I was not there. I was not there. And I was not leading the team inside also.
Who beat Mr.
So I didn't see, sir. I will not lie. I didn't see. I didn't see.
You didn't do any investigations?
No, I didn't ask any question. I didn't ask any question. But you know...
What is a bit concerning for us as a commission?
Sorry?
What is a bit concerning for us as a commission is that you are, which is why I asked you the question, in what capacity were you serving? So you were serving as a superintendent, so
Yes.
you were a head, a leader. So what is concerning for us as a commission is after conducting an operation which has resulted in 2 deaths and multiple injuries.
Sir, like I told you,
Wait, please. After conducting such an operation, you cannot continue with business as usual. Surely there would be a discussion, at least at the level of your unit. And that discussion should involve questions such as, but who did this?
We didn't do any discussion, to be frankly, because on my part, meeting were debriefing or post-mortem were conducted. I don't know if I can't say, but if at the headquarters, but I was not invited to participate. The only meeting I know, there was a meeting at State House. President was there, Vice President, Chief of our military, everything. But I was called very late. I came in short because I was doing some training. And they asked me my part, what has happened. I say the prisoners were rough, there was a riot. And then there were some officers there. They tell their part, what they did, what happened. I don't know their name, in front of everybody.
Now,
Did you include the part of what we just saw when you were at that meeting? They will ask you what was your involvement.
Not this part, no.
so you didn't include this part in that briefing.
No.
Why?
I didn't say, sir, because I told you, I'm not looking for excuses. I didn't know if I was saying those words in, how do you say, with a lot of pressure. I was angry. This is how I am.
Why were you angry?
Sorry?
Why were you angry?
So because of the situation, I was a bit angry because of the situation, because usually I've been working with the prison a long time ago. This have never happened. Even there was riot when you spoke to the prisoners.
So who were you angry with? That's what I'm trying to get.
So I was angry with the inmates.
With the
because
inmates.
we were giving them instruction. Some of them were not listening.
But I think in your last testimony,
Yeah.
and in the testimony of all other people, I mean many other people who came here, not all, many other, and it's not your duty to respond to what they said, but if you want, it's fine. But precisely in your testimony, you acknowledged, Mr. Dakambra, that they were problematic inmates there.
Yes.
Right. But there were also inmates who were well behaved there.
Yes.
who all they were doing was serving their sentence,
Yes.
right? And they were all inside,
Yeah.
and they could not get an opportunity to get out.
No.
So when you get angry with the, in fact, so far I think we have some evidence that shows 18 were rowdy and problematic in that event. And there are more inmates than 18 at Montagne Posee, right? So because of the 18 that you are angry with, do you think it's fair that the rest of the inmates should now be shot at, beaten? Is that fair?
No. But
So-
I actually, despite
do
that,
you-
I
do
was
you-
down on the floor. I was not inside when those things happened. Again, this is the
Yes.
truth. I was not inside.
You were
The
not
only
in-
thing I know when I was inside, like I said, there was me, another officer, trying with the horse.
You were not inside, but those instructions that you
Those
were
one, they were going inside.
sorry, those instructions you were giving, some of the words I can't repeat them on television, but those instructions are instructions of violence, right? You are giving them to officers who are going inside.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter whether you gave those instructions outside or inside. It really doesn't matter, Mr. Takambra. What matters is you gave instructions to a group of people holding guns who are going inside. Yes, to confront inmates who are problematic, but also inmates who are not problematic.
I didn't mention with guns here. I said the stick, use the stick. I was talking to the Nepalese.
But your instructions there don't say they must be differentiate between inmates that are problematic or not. You just tell them to go
Yeah, I
ahead
didn't, yeah,
and mess up everyone.
yeah.
But one thing, they were not carrying sticks, they were carrying batons. And you say,
Yeah.
hit them in the skull. And you know what happens if you
Yeah.
hit somebody in the skull.
So even maybe I said it with anger, but I didn't mean it because, like I told you, I've been in riots in prison several times.
And you even agreed, you can correct me if I'm wrong, you even agreed that the way in which the forces engaged in that situation should never have happened.
Yes.
You said that was the wrong. You said it in your,
Yes, I said
initial
it, yes,
testimony.
Yes, yes.
And if it was the wrong way of engaging in such a situation, but you added fuel to the situation by asking officers to get in and to actually beat up the inmates.
Yes, I did say so. But I was not inside with them.
You can say you were not inside or whatever, or disagree. We've heard that many times from you, and we've had other evidence suggesting that you were inside leading a group, and that's for us to assess whether that is correct or who is right. But your action contradicts what you initially
Said
stated.
before.
Yeah.
So I also heard, because we need to always be clear, and I know that sometimes language can be, I heard you say, I think I said that out of anger, right?
Yes, sir.
So did
I said out of
you
anger.
maintain that you maintain that you said those things, right?
Yeah, I said there's the recording.
And that recording is
Yes.
authentic.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah, there's the recording. I said it, yes. It's me.
It's you. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, just so that we are clear. I think you wanted to. Did I stop you?
Yeah, no, yeah, I would just want to ask Superintendent Dakambra one question, yeah? When you reached the prison, obviously you participated in a briefing in the command center by certain higher officers that were there.
Yes.
Okay. Now, could you just tell us, in your capacity, what sort of operational instructions were you given? You are a high officer, yeah? I don't think a high officer would be put on a bench to sit and wait what was going on. So you must have received operational instructions from the command center. Who gave you any commands, and what were the commands that you received?
So the commands was to deal with the situation, get the prison back and make sure everything is calm.
Who gave you this instruction?
It was by deputy, but Colonel Oda was there. Deputy Francis Songwa.
So what did Deputy Songwa say?
Get the prison back,
Yes.
put it in order.
Okay. This was an instruction given to you?
Yes,
To you?
yes.
Okay.
Not to all in the briefing.
To all in the briefing?
Yeah.
But you specifically, what instructions were you given?
The same as the others in the meeting.
Okay. But then you chose to just put out a fire. That's what you did.
Yeah, when I went before, yes, I was trying to put out the fire because I told them there's fire. They might be burning. Prisoners might be getting burned.
You said that was first.
Yes.
Second.
Before this.
Second. What happened secondly?
This is the time I went there. It's
Firstly?
No, after.
After.
I was not there with before.
When we say this, we mean the time that is shown in the video.
This after trying to put out the fire.
Yeah, no, I'm saying let's make it clear, because when we now listen to the recording, we will get lost as to when you say this, what do you mean? So when you say this, you mean this time that is...
After the fire was put out, trying to bring people down.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the operational instruction was to... Tell me again, what was the operational instruction?
Take hold of the prison. They didn't tell us how. Get the prison back properly.
So how many officers were there being given this instruction?
There was Ismail was there, I think. Ismail.
Yeah, how many? 4, 5?
No, there was 4 to 5.
4 or 5, right. Now, the instruction is to take over the prison.
Yeah. They didn't tell us how.
But then this is a problem.
Yes.
How do we take the prison?
I didn't ask question. He just said take over the prison, put everything in order. We have to take over the prison.
So, don't you think this is why all of this mess happened in the prison, that there was no...
Clear instruction, sir.
Okay, but nobody asked this person that was giving out the final operational instruction, nobody asked him, sir, but there's 4 of us here, 5 of us, there's 5 different groups. So what do we do?
Nobody asked, sir, to be frankly.
If I may just come in before we lose that point, let us differentiate, Mr. Dakambra, between operational instructions that are clear in terms of what the objective is, and operational instructions where you are not given rules on how to do the operation,
Yes.
right? When it comes to rules on how to do the operation, there is also a principle that as a trained officer, there are some things that you cannot do.
Yes.
Right. So we need to be clear on what we are talking about when we say the instructions you were given are not clear. We need to be clear on that.
So they didn't tell us how to take the prison. They should have gave us procedures and protocols.
Okay.
If you want to take the prison, get a loud healer, tell all the prisoners to calm down, hands on the head, follow what we are saying.
But you agree that what you told us earlier and in your initial testimony is that you felt that this was not the right way of dealing with the situation.
Yes.
So why didn't you voice out that you asking us to take over the prison? We feel that, I mean, my experience dictates that this is not the right way of doing things.
Sir, but to be frankly, at those times, like I told you before, I was not ready to ask questions, because you can ask questions, then other people in the room might interpret it other how. They might say that he's with them. You know, this was the thing happened, to be frank, in the past. So whenever I was sent on an operation, whatever, I get the instruction. I didn't ask any questions.
That is dangerous. I mean, we cannot have officers in uniform not asking questions, and then knowing that something is wrong, or in approaching a situation, and you not voicing out any your views. That is very serious.
Not because
it's very serious for the country, because everybody wants to do whatever. You're not giving clear instructions, but you know you are told to take over a prison. You know that the way you're going to do it is wrong. So that is very serious.
No, but in the past I used to ask questions. I used to ask before. I used to ask questions when I'm going for operation.
Maybe just to reinforce the point he has made. I often, when I'm talking to you and other people who are in the same position as you, of course these are inmates that we are talking about. And sometimes they are stereotypes, they are perceptions, right? But let's think of a protest somewhere in Mahe. A group of supporters of an organization or individuals are meeting to protest, and you are deploying your officers to go and control the situation. What we saw on the video, is that how you would do it?
No.
But do you realize that if we don't deal with this now,
Yeah.
we may begin to see the same kind of attitude being, or the same way of controlling protests being applied in sessions?
No, I've dealt with every protest in the past. It was not the same. I deal with a lot of
So why
protests.
is it right to deal with it that way?
So this type of situation was not, I know, but it was not the same as a protest. It was a high-risk operation.
Yes, but remember the question he asked, which I was... the question is, but you seem to be giving an excuse, right, that you could not ask questions.
It's true, sir.
I'm not saying it's not true or
Yeah.
not. We are teasing out that. We are digging deeper into that. And by the way, unless and until you tell us what you mean by that, we are unable to stop. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not our duty to speculate what you mean by that or to go and look for information on that. You would have to give us information that says, I was not able to say this because Mr. Sangwa or whoever would not allow me to say this. But if you just keep on saying, I couldn't ask questions because it's not allowed to ask questions, we don't understand that. And that's not evidence. But the point he's making is, you cannot say you could not ask questions from your superiors. And we are unable to just accept that, because if we accept that, we are also accepting that tomorrow, if the police deal with a public protest, no matter how dangerous you think it is, if they deal with it in that way, then we may not be able to question it as well, because you will give us the same answer that I was not able to
So, but in the past,
Yeah.
just to let you know, when I was before with SSU, whatever, my superior in the past, before any operation, there was a meeting. I was called, I was briefed what to do, what not to do. It was written down. So if you did anything outside the scope, you will be responsible. So you were involved in operation planning.
In this case, it didn't happen.
No, I was not. I came here, I'm not blaming or to be playing victims. During the past 5 years, like I told you, I was not in any decision making. I didn't take part in any strategic decision.
No, I mean in this incident.
Yes.
Where you were deployed or you were assisting or you were leading people.
I was not leading,
manage.
I was assisting.
You were assisting
Yes.
to manage.
Yeah.
Do you mean that there was no discussion, as you claim you usually do, with your commanders or your superiors on the rules of engagement?
There was no discussion, sir.
Okay. Let's go ahead.
Yeah. Superintendent, what I wanted to ask, or just put something forward before I ask you the question. I mean, we've spoken to so many officers that have come here, yes?
Yes.
And all the officers have said that no one asked any question.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you were called inside the room, were you told that you're coming for a dictational class? Was it a dictation that was going to be given to you? Or was it a briefing, a meeting where everybody could voice out? Because when we look at the different forces that were in there, all the forces have got different trainings.
Yes.
Okay? And everybody knows their stuff in their respective units that they come from. Right. Now, how do we put all of this together so that it becomes one? If nobody can ask questions, then, as I said yesterday, I'm sorry, this was a call for disaster, and this is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because you go in, you cannot ask any questions. I don't know why. This was a briefing. So in all briefings, you ask questions, the other one asks questions, we are clarified, and we know exactly what we are going to do inside there. Okay? So it's just like, you know, in normal speaking, you are being sent into the lion's den.
So because like you see in the video, I was with the Nepalese prison warden in blue. I was with them. But in the briefing, you can ask questions, you can ask clarification. But
yeah, but one thing I would just like to point out to you, like maybe the two commissioners have put forward. You see, when you give an instruction,
yeah.
as a commander, you
Yeah.
give an instruction. It's not necessarily a must.
Yes.
That you are present there. But the instruction that you have given carries you inside there with them.
No, I know. But it was with the prison warden, it was not military.
Yeah, whoever you gave it. The instruction that you gave to two men, yeah, they go in, they carry your instruction and they carry you as well inside there.
Understand.
You were given would actually put your men in danger. Okay, any instructions and whatever,
Yes.
And the person giving you instructions, okay, say you have to do something certain, or do this a certain way or whatever, but you know that the manner in which this is to be undertaken will put your men in danger. Don't you have a duty to say, look, in view of the training that I have, this is not the correct way of undertaking such an operation because that would put the lives of my men in danger? Yes or no?
A duty to
speak out. To speak out.
At this, sir, I told you.
No, I'm talking in general.
Yes,
not that particular situation.
Yeah.
So you have a duty to speak out.
Yes.
So if you take that situation that happened at the prison, you still had a duty to speak out.
Yes.
But the way you are answering, Mr. Nakamura, were you told not to ask questions?
Sir, they didn't tell us not to ask questions. But even you put your points was not taken into consideration.
Yeah, but you see, in any tactical move,
yes,
you know this,
yeah.
In any tactical move, when you've been given an instruction, yeah, you move. And when you get inside or wherever you are going, the situation changes. Yeah? You cannot carry on with the first order that you were given. So the leader is not there. It is you, as the commander, going inside that should change tactics and do things. You understand?
I understand.
So it shows that the tactics was...
Let's go to specific questions, then we can bring this to an end. Is it true that Commissioner Sangwa,
Deputy
Commissioner Sangwa, was, issued an instruction to you and others that you must not use live ammunition?
Yeah, I said this before.
Okay. And did he explain to you why?
No, he did not.
Okay, he just said no live ammunition. Okay. Then are there other people amongst the security forces at the prison at that time? Are there other people who gave instructions that are similar to what we saw on the video you giving?
I don't know. I don't recall.
You don't recall?
No.
So you are the only one who gave those instructions?
What I was going on the video?
In other words, what I mean is, are there any other officers who gave instructions to shoot in the head or to beat in the head or to...
Not in my presence. I didn't heard.
You didn't see anyone doing that?
But in the briefing room, when they were giving small pellets, they were asked to shoot down on me in the leg.
Who is they?
Sorry?
When you say
it was with
they,
the military, it was Colonel that was giving them this instruction.
So Colonel Olada gave the instructions to who?
To the military when they were issuing with the small pellets inside the briefing room.
To shoot where?
Not to shoot up down the leg.
To shoot down the leg, not to shoot
below.
Okay. So operational guidelines were given then, isn't it? Because you said there were no operational guidelines given. So do you take that back?
But I also told them, when they were talking about live weapon, I told them, I've been attending the prison long time ago. Lethal weapon shall not be used inside. And I told them also, non-lethal can become lethal. It depends how you use it.
To whom did you say this?
In the briefing up. But when I saw them come here, they said, I didn't say that, but it's a problem. But I told them, if there's a recall...
You did participate in the briefing?
Yes. Not this when they spoke about the weapon to go inside, that's all.
Yeah, but you did not ask other questions.
No. When they asked us to take the prison back, we didn't ask any. They didn't tell us how to do it, protocols, procedures, how they want us to take back. They just give us the orders.
So you could burn the prison down and...
They didn't say that.
No, I mean, if you told me to take the prison back, by all means, I could get a bomb and bomb the prison, and that's it, I got the prison back. If this is the instruction that was given.
Yeah.
And if my way of taking the prison was this way, so I would have taken the prison this way.
Sir, but if I may add, I think you know it better than the others. You can have a rank, but if you can also have appointment. There were other people there in the briefing room that was, I can say, they have deep knowledge in operation, but they were not taking the lead as the deputy was there. So the deputy was the overall commander, but there were other people in the room that could have taken the operation. And they are used for police operation. They are used to it. They also attended many courses, seminars.
Could you have taken the lead of the operation? You yourself, Superintendent Dakambra?
If I was well briefed. I used to do it. I think you know very well. I was 2-star and 3-star at that time. I used to do it. But you need reliable information and sources, not gossip for you to make mistakes. Reliable intelligence.
So you are telling us that at this day, on this day, there was gossips, not reliable information.
I don't know, because when you heard different information, different, one is saying that, the other is saying that, so it was not added.
So you're telling us that the deputy commissioner didn't have competency in giving advice as to such operation. Yeah, operation. Yeah.
It's good on the other field. There's nothing to hide. Operation. Maybe he has been ordered to take it. He did like me. He just come and take it.
So that is where you should have voiced out.
I can't.
Certain,
in the police and military.
Your concerns.
Higher rank. You can't, because if you.
I want to believe what you are saying, but that video is playing in my head.
Yes.
So how would you say you would manage it better when you give those instructions?
Sorry?
How would you say you could have managed the situation better, yet you gave instructions that inside.
So I told you before I did main operation at the prison, I was the one taking the lead. But this one, it was a chaos. This one.
Yeah, I think let's maybe not get into who would have done it better than the other, because those ones have come and given also their evidence and so forth. Is there something that you want to challenge on? Because you had also mentioned that you listened to Deputy Commissioner Sangwa's testimony, and there are some things that you disagree with or you wanted to add. Is there anything else that you want to add, disagree with?
The way the operation took place, after listening to everything, listening to the witness, see everything, like I said, for me it was a chaos. And now, what can I say? I found myself wrong place at the wrong time.
When you say
and not asking the right questions.
Yes.
When you say chaos, what do you mean?
The way the operation went.
The operation didn't just went or go. Yeah. It was directed.
Yes.
I think we must not remove human beings out of.
Yeah, it was
so I want
directed,
you to, when you, if because we are not the ones who are pushing you to say these things. You are the one who is saying these things by yourself. So make sure that when you share information with us, you are clear.
Yes.
Right. So when you say the way the operation went, that doesn't give us anything to work with, because it's not like a bus that's just moving.
So the way the directives, the direction, the orders were given, all those things.
By who?
By higher commanding officer.
Who are these ones?
The deputy was giving all the instruction.
Okay.
No, nobody else. The deputy.
So what is problematic about the way the deputy commissioner was giving orders? That's what
he was not trying to go on the field to see. Even you are giving directives. You as a commander in charge or over a commander should have asked time to go down and have a look if what your men are telling you is the real situation, so you can sit and really replanning.
Okay.
You don't just listen to what your man is coming up and down, but you should have gone, see for yourself.
Still on that, was there a way in which the commanders who were sitting in their room, was there a way that they were communicating with the security forces who were?
No, there was no radio. There was nothing. No.
So how?
So like I told you, I came in. I don't know. I came in and out several times to tell them this was the situation. Before I took the last part, I told them. I came in and out to tell them. But there was no radio communication. There was not a proper way of communication.
Can you tell us, in a normal or a successful security operation that you have either participated in or you have managed, can you tell us how you ensure that there is communication between the commander who is sitting in another location and security forces who are conducting an operation?
We use the radio, sir. We use the radio. If we don't have a way to speak, we can use the radio. Like, let's say I press 1, everything is okay. I double press the radio, danger. Then I press it 3 times, top action.
And there was no radio at that
No.
time. And that was something you didn't bring forward in the briefing, that at least if you're going in, there should be radio communication.
No, I didn't bring. Frankly, I didn't bring.
Okay. And why? Because we don't want to speculate. Partly because we must be impartial,
Yeah.
and secondly because we are not police officers. Right. So why is communication important between the command element and the police officers that are
To take further decision.
On
And
what?
good decision.
So you mean, for example, if the operation does not go according to plan,
Yeah.
you can quickly communicate with the commander,
Yes.
and then you take corrective action.
Yeah, you can say 1 injured. The commander who said stop, see the gravity, if he's deep injured, whatever.
So in this case, there was no.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you have painted a clear picture on what you think the commanders didn't do well. That's number one. Is there anything else that you think they didn't do well and created the chaos that you are alleging to have been created?
Yeah. Also, we should have a proper plan of the prison. We never had one. So we should have known exactly where maybe the more arrogant or more disturbing inmates are, so we will not disturb the others. We'll do a way to get directly to them, not to go through the main way or by the stairs.
So 2 issues you are raising there, and I would like you to confirm that we are hearing you correctly. So the first is you were not provided with the physical plan
No.
for the prison, for
No.
you to know how to move through.
Yeah.
Is it precisely because you are not prison guards, you are police officers,
Yeah.
so you are not familiar with the prison?
No.
Okay. Then the second point you are making is that you were not provided with intelligence
Yeah.
or information on who are the ringleaders, so that maybe you can isolate them. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to ask you some questions on those 2. So on the first one, with respect to the operational plan, take us to a normal police operation that you have either led or which you have participated in, and you needed to go into the building. Maybe
was
it's a
one-
training. Or,
One, I think, a long time ago. It was at a shop at Montfleury.
Okay.
Yeah, a lady was taken, like I said, let's say, hostage with a knife. So I was not the commanding officer, but I was in the tactical team with the SSU. So we collect information, the one with the knife, the centimeters of the knife, what clothes is he wearing, the demeanor, white guy, black guy, straight hair, dreadlocks, and the lady, how was she dressed, the size of the shop, and then if it was facing roadside or at the back. So we were getting intelligence, I think, not me, but my colleagues were getting intelligence with one person that was already in the shop. So we went back, we discussed if it was correct or not correct, then we planned according to the information we received.
Now let's go back to, and I'm grateful you are giving us these practical examples because they help us to appreciate whether we are having unrealistic expectations or we are having realistic expectations of what should have been done. Because it's true that we may sit here and think that things could have been done better, yet all we are saying here is unrealistic. So I'm glad that you are giving us practical examples of similar situations. Now let's go back to the incident at the prison. Do you think number one, do you think it would have been possible? Do you think it's realistic to expect the prison authorities to have a prison plan, a building plan?
They should have, sir.
Okay.
They should have.
Okay.
They should have, yes.
Okay.
Most important, they should have a plan of the prison.
Precisely because it's a security point
Yes.
where you would expect that there might be a threat to national security. So there must be a plan.
Because if I can add up,
Uh-huh.
in the past when I went there to the prison, maybe Commissioner will have, I told them the structure was not ideal.
Okay.
Yeah, when I went there for operation, the way it is, you have to climb
Yeah.
stairs.
But I
whatever.
think we're now talking of something different, a structure. We're just talking about the plan, a physical drawn
yeah,
plan.
the physical plan. Yeah,
So that if they
we should have
Okay.
physical
Okay.
plan.
Then secondly, because I'm drawing comparisons between the incident you gave us about your intervention in Montfleury,
Yes,
and now we are trying to apply that
yeah.
to
But
the
it's not the same, sir.
it's definitely not
Yeah.
the same, but there are similarities, right? In the sense that they are both threats to public order and to some extent national security. So, do you think back at Montagne Posee on 5 December 2024, do you think it was possible for you to be given intelligence, including on who the ringleaders amongst the inmates were, and where you could expect to find them within the building?
So on this situation, what I was posing, for me, intelligence could have got from the camera room. You call us out, all of us inside the camera room. You show us the pictures because the inmates come on and out. So you say this is target number 1.
Okay.
There he is. All of us will see. So we'll not go on somebody else. This is target number 2. We have it on our mind, or we ask permission. You put it on pause. We take it with our phone. When we go on the ground, we share it with our officers. This is we want Mr. Dakambra, there he is. So we don't mistake orders.
So, of course, that would have been necessary if
Yes.
a decision had been taken to say there is now a necessity for you to break into the prison.
Yeah,
Otherwise, if it is also possible to engage
yeah.
with the ringleaders or with the inmates, it would be helpful to engage in order not to endanger
The others.
other inmates
Yeah.
who have nothing to do with what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that how you would manage a riot or a protest happening in Mahe, outside of prison?
A protest, if a protest is happening, we need good information and intelligence gathering. And also, I stress out the pictures is very important of the ringleaders. Very important.
Yeah, because you don't want to end up injuring other people
Others,
who are
yes.
just doing their own business.
Yes.
Okay.
Not to mistake people.
Okay.
That's what happened in the case of Mr. Enister.
I can't say this, but this is what I heard
Yeah.
from the inquiry.
Yeah, the evidence we have is that he was not, including from the inmates themselves,
Yeah.
he was not part of the riot. He was not.
He was a cool guy, quiet. I
He
know him
was
very well.
sitting in his cell.
He likes reading, whatever.
He was
Watching
He
television.
had no record of misbehavior
No,
in
no.
the prison.
And
He
all
was
that.
convicted, yes, but
yeah.
he had no record of misbehavior in the prison. He was serving his sentence. So he should not have been
Yeah.
killed.
Because what we'd also do, if you want us to take someone, we should have information on him. Dakambra is very aggressive, well known in the past. He can be armed with offensive weapon. So we know all those stuff. When we are going inside, we prepare ourselves.
Mr. Dakambra, as you are speaking, I'm thinking about the other testimony, that other testimonies that we received. And some of these testimonies, we received them off camera, right? Do you know if it is true that there was, I'm not saying did you see the report, but do you know, as a senior police officer in the position that you were in, do you know that there was always a concern about order and security, precisely the possibility of a riot at Montagne Posee way before 5 December 2024?
There were intelligence people were collecting, given that the prisoners are planning to do a riot, but not on that date.
So there was suspicion,
Yes.
which means there would have been enough time to gather details about who the ringleaders are and share that information.
Yeah.
Even on the 5th of December when you arrived,
Yeah.
you would have been given that.
And if those information were given before, we usually did it, like I said in the past, the ringleaders have been removed.
Let's go outside of prison because we want to be realistic.
Even in the prison, you can remove the ringleaders, you go to the court, ask permission. I did before. You can put them somewhere else. The family knows, the court knows, until they finish the...
So there could be preventative.
Yes, prevention.
Okay. But I want us to go outside of the prison now so that we test some of these things in terms of whether they are practical or not. So if you hear that in a certain location in Mahe, there's a group of people who are planning to conduct a riot,
Yeah.
what do you do as the police?
Like I told you, intelligence collection. You can even meet with the district if you know people there, like the district administrator, honorable, even the priest. You ask them question about those people. Is Mr. Takambra that kind of guy? Did you know him? They will give you information. Then you have to put the information together to see if it's true or not.
And try to monitor the situation.
There should be monitoring.
Not
Intervention,
surveillance on individuals, right? That's not what we're talking about here, just to be clear. But you monitor the situation.
Monitoring is very important. Monitoring,
Okay.
observation,
Okay.
information,
Okay.
collection.
Right. Okay. So that intelligence was not there. Okay, you have addressed us on two issues now, because we are still testing your allegation,
Yeah.
which is that the situation was poorly managed.
Yeah.
Right? So you said, number one, because there were no clear briefing instructions. Number two, there were there was no mechanism for the command element.
Lack of equipment.
Command element to
Logistic,
communicate with the operational team. Then number three, there was no prison plan
Yeah.
that was given to you so that you know how to move around. And of course, you were given guards to lead you. Was that not helpful?
The guards, we were using the guards, but the guards, some of them were scared because after we left the prison, they are still working here. Some of them, you can see they were scared, especially when opening the gates. They were slow with the keys. It was for their own protection. I can understand them.
So the fact that you were given prison guards to lead you is not an adequate replacement for a physical building plan. Is that your point? Okay, then the third point you made is that you were not given intelligence that would have helped you to understand what type of equipment or weapons to carry in and what strategies to...
We also, if I may
what
add,
else do you think was not done right?
If I may add up, like the prison also, sometimes we can have the key of the prison, us, the special intervention team. If we say them rioting, they are inside with themselves. At times you can let the situation cool. When they are tired, the ringleader is going back to sleep. We get the key slowly, tactically, to get him out.
Okay. So are you saying and I think this is the point you made in your first appearance. And I repeat it so that when I note it or when we note it down here, we are not saying things that we think you said, but we are writing things that we actually heard you saying. So are you saying one of the reasons why you think this operation was poorly managed is because the decision to break into the prison itself was made prematurely? Okay, there could have been an engagement to allow the temperatures to cool down precisely to protect inmates like Mr. Enesta and others who had nothing to do with what was going on.
Yes, sir, because also if there's an operation, especially with prison, before you need to know the guys that don't do any things, they are well behaved. We can in advance get them out put them to a safe place. So,
So
you get them out, put
Yeah.
them to a safe, before, not the same day you're going for the operation, but in advance, you let them know. It's their right. You let their lawyers know.
Okay.
We don't say there's a real operation, but you let them know.
So there are two things I would like you to help the commission on that.
Yes.
And precisely because you are an experienced police officer and you deal with, you are a member of the tactical team, right? So you are saying if you have intelligence that there is likely to be a riot, you may also begin to remove inmates that you think are vulnerable, maybe
Yes.
because of their age or because they are persons with disabilities. Okay. But I'm also trying to push back. There is an allegation from one of the witnesses, not many, I think it's one, which says the inmates were told, all of them, to come out of the prison so that they could be in the visiting area, right? And that is the way of clearing the prison or taking back the prison. And the inmates refused. Is that true, that they refused? All of
Some.
them?
Not all.
Okay.
But when inmates are, in prison, so when the inmates are in group, sometimes some of them doesn't want to do it, but they do the things for their own security or safety. If they don't come out, the other will say, oh, you are with the force, you know what I mean? So they stay in, it's not them voluntary, but for their safety also in prison.
So you are saying two things could be. One inmate might be wanting to comply,
Yes.
but then
He's afraid of the others.
they are afraid of the
Yeah.
others because there are others who are saying we must not comply,
Yes.
right? And if they comply, then they might face victimization
Yes, afterwards.
afterwards,
Yes.
right? Is it also possible, and I'm asking you not to speculate, but with your knowledge of the security situation at the prison at that time, is it also possible that even if an inmate wanted to comply and get out of the prison, they would not be able to get out because the prison was locked by the other prisoners?
Yes, it happens in the past.
No,
Yes.
I'm talking about 5 and 6, 5 December.
I don't know this part, but it can happen.
Okay.
Yes, it can happen that all the prisoners block their way.
Yeah. Then is it also possible and true that, well, not possible, true. Is it also true that other prisoners who wanted to comply would not be able to do that because the instructions were not clear
Yes.
from the security forces on what they needed to do? Why would you say the instructions were not clear?
Because they just told you, like I said, Commissioner, they ask you, go and get hold of the prison, but you are not clearly instructed how to do it.
Okay. So there's no engagement.
Yeah.
There is no clear announcement.
There is no procedures and protocols,
Yeah.
and it's not sequenced. It is not written down.
Last time you said there was a hailer that was used.
But the loud healer, like, I realize now it was inside the prison, it was compact. And then one thing we didn't do, they were also in prison. There are Arabic speakers, French speakers, English speakers, so they might be not understand the instruction we're given.
So there's a couple of issues there.
Yeah,
One
language
is that,
barrier.
is that some of the prisoners who would have wanted to comply with the instructions from the authorities could not comply because
Language
they
barrier.
didn't hear anything,
Yes.
or they heard something, but they didn't understand what was being said.
Yeah.
Okay, that's another reason why you think. But is it also true that even at the point where some of the security forces were inside now and verbally issuing instructions, the prisoners were up there in second and third floor? They could not come down because the security forces were shooting going up.
It can happen, yes.
But did it happen?
Sorry?
Did it happen?
If this happen,
No. Did it actually happen?
At
Did
my
the
time
security forces shoot their way up?
when I was inside with them, they were throwing, how you say it, the rubber grenade.
The security forces.
Yeah. Maybe the prisoners, some of them were scared to come down when they saw this.
Okay, so I just want us to clearly understand that part. So the security forces were inside. Okay, tell me if this is what happened or not. The security forces went inside. They did not instruct the prisoners to come out, and they did not give them an opportunity to come out. But what they did is they came inside and began to throw grenades.
So there were instructions to come out before. They were
Okay.
telling, most of the time they were telling to come out. But some of them refused.
Okay.
So the others that was vulnerable got stuck.
Okay.
Because they
so
were
the
not-
instruction was given.
They were not allowed to pass through. But the instructions were given clearly, come out, come out, come out, come down.
But do you agree with me that even if you are giving instructions to come out, yeah, and people are firing at them, do you think they will come out?
No, they will not come out. No,
So
definitely.
the instructions or the orders given were no good
Yeah.
at that precise time. If you are not firing and you told the people to come out, then they would come out.
Yeah.
But if you are firing at them, then obviously they would not come out. They would try and hide themselves. Now, just another thing I just wanted to to clarify. You said earlier that at one point there were information from intelligence that there would be a possible riot at the prison.
Yes.
And this was gathered by which intelligence?
So I have an officer that was working, not with the intelligence unit, but a police officer. He came and told me that, tell me SP there might be a riot. There was one also of my officer, he told me that there might be a riot at Montagne Posee because he collected information.
Can you tell us their names?
Information, you can't tell name of information officer here. I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay. Now, did he tell you or did they tell you that the information they gathered regarding the riot at the prison, was it passed
Yeah, they did pass, they told me.
to whom?
One of them told me to intelligence unit of police, I don't know if it's true. And even some of them told me they pass it to CP George.
So, information about a possible riot
Yeah.
was passed to CP George.
Yeah, one of them told me, I don't know, I was not there, I can't say if it's true or not, but he told me. Because
Yeah,
I
but-
advised him to go and tell the intelligence unit in the police.
Okay.
Because
so,
I can't bring his information, because he got the information, the way he told me it's not the same. So I asked him to pass on.
okay. So, he told you that he got information,
Yes.
or he knew that there was going to be a possible...
He got information, he told me.
Huh?
He got information.
But he's in intelligence.
Yeah.
He works in intelligence.
No.
Eh.
No.
But where did he get this information?
Because he was doing intelligence for another work, not for prison.
Yeah, but he was getting intelligence
Yes,
information.
yes.
Yeah. So he got intelligence stating that there would be a riot at the prison, and this was passed to CP George.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
And-
what he told me. Pass it, I don't know, to CP George. But I told him to go further than that. See if he can tell the intelligence of the police.
Okay. Now, did CP obviously CP George did not act on this?
I don't know that. I don't know. But I told him to tell her for her safety and for the safety of the prisoners. I told him.
No, but yeah, in order for us to know if this information was passed to CP or was brought higher, would you be able to tell us the name of this person so that we go and ask him?
No, I will tell you off camera because it's an
I
intelligent.
think let's get that off camera.
Yeah.
since it's an intelligence.
When you're ready, let me know.
Yeah. Let's get that off camera since it's intelligence. I think
Because
the
you know what
last
happened,
question-
Mr. Tiran? Sometimes when people bring intelligence, sometimes people think this guy is only gossiping or he's looking to be someone, you know what I mean? He's looking for him to be renowned. They don't take him serious sometimes.
But do you mean to say that this is the attitude in the Seychelles police?
At times, yes, when people bring in info, not now, before, not now.
So now people take it serious now.
Any information now you bring to the police, they work on it. It's like a puzzle. They work on it.
They what?
They do some work. They do some work on it.
When?
When you bring the information,
Now.
they get the intelligence officer to do the follow-up.
Yeah, that's now.
Yes.
And before?
Before you can come and tell somebody higher than you that this will happen, they will laugh or say, "What's about it?" Because maybe it's Dakambra who said. Sorry, I used my name.
Is there anything that you, because you were, before he asked some follow-up questions, you were still addressing this issue about your view that the operation was poorly managed. So is there anything else, any other reason why you think it was poorly managed? In
So
addition
maybe,
to
like
what
I
you have
said,
given
maybe
us?
it was the information sharing it. Because when I was surprised when I heard Spimar yesterday said Inspector Ivan contacted him, but it was supposed, what I was told, anything that will happen to the prison, Inspector Mar and myself will be informed. This is what I was told before. Then there was this new prison going to be open. I received an instruction not to go and visit it, leave it with ASP Mar. I didn't ask question.
Okay.
So leave it with ASP Mar. We were going to do a familiarization visit. I went first time. Then the second time they said, leave everything with him because he was the one dealing with riots, everything. This is not your job.
Okay, let me just bring you back to, is it true that, okay, I think we have established so far that this was a joint operation, right, comprising different police units and the military. Is it true that for the operations team that went inside the prison, there was no one who was appointed to be the overall leader of that?
Yes, it was. It is true.
Is it true?
They didn't tell us anything.
Okay.
It is true.
So what kind of challenges, if any, did that present for you in your work within that team, because you were part of that team? What kind of challenges did that create?
So you appoint the right person for the right job. Because in the military and the police, there's the rank structure. I can be a head of counterterrorism QRT. Sorry, I use the name I'm used to him. Commissioner Tiran can be higher than me. He knew nothing about operation, but he has been chosen to direct the operation. So me as a sprint, I can come and give him ideas. He might listen, he might not listen. It's the rank. But if I've been appointed as the operation commander, even I'm a superintendent, Mr. Tiran knows that I'm the operational commander, even he's the chief superintendent.
Okay.
So sometimes people are appointed, and they are higher than you. It's the, how you say it? It's the choice,
Okay.
whoever appoint them, but still you have to listen to them.
Okay. No,
It's the rank,
I
hierarchy
think
of rank.
you have addressed. Anything else?
No.
Nothing. Okay. Are there any further questions? There are no questions. Further questions? There are no further
I will give you the
questions.
name
Is
of-
there anything that we will do after? Is there anything, Mr. Dakambra? And I need you to consider that question quite carefully. Is because we don't want tomorrow for you to then say, I forgot, or no, I was afraid. There's nothing to be, we are not scary here. We are robust, that's for sure, but I don't think we are disrespectful. Is there anything that you think is important for you to share with the Commission, either pertaining to your role or the role of other people, which you think is relevant for us to find out the truth about what happened at Montagne?
So, like I told you, you see also in the video, I was talking only to the prison warden. I would like to make this clear again. I never took charge of the military. Major Mache was there. He was also inside the prison. Major Mache with his troop.
Major Macho was inside
So,
the
yes.
prison. So he was not outside.
No, he came inside, but then I don't know what happened. He left. When he left, he didn't give anybody in the team to take over the military. But there were other people with ranks that he can say, I'm leaving, you take over. But he was inside also.
How long did he spend inside the prison?
Not a long time, not a long time.
Okay.
Because when I said his demeanor,
So he just went in and out.
he went in, he was with the troop, the military.
Okay.
But then I know what happened. I can see him going
Okay.
back very fast.
How many senior officers from the military were at the prison?
So me, I've seen Colonel Olada, Major Mache. There was Lieutenant also with 2 stars, but I don't know their name.
Okay. So the two that you saw
Yeah,
is Colonel Olada
Major
and
Mache.
Major Macho. And your point is Major Macho went in, but quite briefly. How do you know that, Mr. Dakambra? How do you know that he wasn't there for a long time?
Because when I was with the pipe for the water and the others,
Okay.
yeah, he was with the troop.
Okay. How long did you spend inside the prison?
A bit of time because it was we coming up with the horse.
Let's try and put it in terms of some hours, minutes.
Not hours, no.
Okay.
Some minutes, 30, 35 minutes, because we was going up and down
Okay.
with the firemen.
And during that time, there is an operation taking place.
Yeah, because I would like to put it again here. So I told my officer, when I was in Renew Island, we were training for the airplane. So we used to train the firemen. We haven't do it here. If there's a fire on the plane and they need tactical, so we have to cover the firemen. So when I was inside, the team was there. They were not covering, but they were doing their things. So I've been covered also. So we don't do it in the Seychelles.
Okay.
The firemen in those situations need to be covered for them not to be afraid.
Okay. No, I think that's point taken. Okay. Anything else to add?
There's nothing to add,
There's
but
nothing to add.
just something I want to clarify. Like also I said, when the beating, whatever happened, I was not entitled to see, to observe, even the death of Mr. Jerry Macho, because I heard Deputy Songwa told that me, Inspector Gatsin and ASP Mari, I was not there. Even for the cordon, nothing. I was not there. If I would have been there, I would tell you the truth, I was there. I was not there. Because one thing also I would like to clear, when this happened, Deputy Songwa was informed, I think by the CSP, he wanted to go and have a look inside the prison. He asked all officers to accompany him. No one. I volunteered myself. Let's go down. We did go down. We didn't arrive up. Then I see Mr. Francis and Esther. Down there was some Tanzanian and Nepalese, not Seychellois. He was down there. I told them, this is what I told them. I don't know why everybody who come here forget. So Mr. Sogwa was there. Take care of this guy. See what he needs. I told them. But I don't know the name of the Nepalese and Tanzanian because they don't have their name. But Deputy Songwa was there when I told you. That's just the 2 of us. And if the camera is working, we were outside, not inside.
Okay, we were not inside. Okay. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Nothing. Okay. We would like to thank you, Mr. Dakambra, for coming back again and your testimony and your time. And again, if you take a view that there is something more that you want to share with us, we are available. And again, you have a right not to be victimized by anyone in any way for having cooperated with the Commission. If that happens, please write to the Commission and we will take steps to correct that or to protect you. Nobody has a right to call you or to question you in any way regarding the evidence you have given. If anyone has another form of evidence or piece of information which they want to share with us to dispute, to challenge, to clarify what you gave us, that person has a right to approach us directly and we will give them audience. So there is no need to challenge Mr. Dakambra or any of his family members, or you just approach the Commission. The Commission is open. That is part of the reason why a Commission of Inquiry is different from other entities, because it's open and it's supposed to be transparent, except where it's dealing with matters that may perhaps affect, for example, national security, is what we were discussing, intelligence reports and so forth. We cannot discuss those things. Those details in public. We can discuss national intelligence, but we cannot discuss details in public. So thank you very much for that, Mr. Dakambra, and we wish you well for the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Okay. Maybe before we leave, the next televised hearing is on Monday, right? At 9:30 a.m. Okay. So 9:30 a.m., that's when we have the next televised hearing. Thank you very much.